What's going on? It's your boy God by 2009. He's coming with another one for y'all. I've been feeling real good. I have a lot of material I've been coming up with, so I gotta knock something out for y'all right quick because I be having so much stuff that I've been writing down and so much ideas. I gotta get some of these videos off, and I know y'all really been appreciating and enjoying them. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock something out for y'all right quick. And this is about straight to the core of relationships, straight to the core of the matter, straight to the core of the Scorpio. I know everybody gonna take a little time to come in, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get this together right quick. If y'all just entering, please make sure you like the video as you enter the chat. I would really appreciate that. Make sure you like the video. Thank you so much. And this one's gonna be about straight to the core of the matter, straight to the core of the situation, straight to the core of the relationship with the Scorpio. So this just a little something for y'all today. I got a lot of them for y'all, but I'm just doing something for y'all because I know y'all been appreciating all the stuff I've been putting out. And I know I did a late video last time, and a lot of people tell me I know a lot of y'all missed that one and wasn't able to get to that one because it was so late. I just did that one, just just doing something different. Plus, I had you know, with Scorpios, it's hard for us to sleep. We're very nocturnal, so we stay up all night, just sporadically doing stuff, whether it's working. One thing you got to understand about Scorpio is that we're very high energy, very passionate, very ambitious, a whole lot of extreme strong energy. So a lot of times it's extremely hard for us to sit down, calm down. Even if we worked all day or whatever, we still have a whole lot of energy. We very high energy individuals. So I just had to get some of these off because I got so many written down. I just want to get this one out. This is about the straight to the core of the matter, straight to the core of the situation, dealing with a Scorpio. Y'all make sure y'all like. Let me give me a chance to let me set up right quick. Then I'm gonna jump into it because I want to be 100% focused when I do this one. Y'all just give me 1 second. Because a lot of times I jump right into them real fast, but this time I'm going to give y'all a little time more than usual. I know a lot of my moderators and Miss Taya and different people be telling me I don't be doing it at the right time. I rush through it sometimes. I don't wait for them to join the video, but this time I wait for y'all to get into the video. So I appreciate it. Hey, pretty Londa. Hey, Miss K Virgo Nation. Hey, Wendy Corona. Hey, Cassie Simmons. Hey, Jay Bird. Thank you so much. And this one's gonna be about straight to the core of the situation, straight to the core. I should have put relationship because I know how y'all do. They like, I don't know about that one, God body. But make sure y'all like the video. Good afternoon. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. LA Mama, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But okay, I'm about to go ahead and jump into this one. This one in particular is going to be about straight to the core of the situation, straight to the core of the matter. You got to understand when you're dealing with a Scorpio male, Scorpio individual, a Scorpio woman, child, whatever. You got to understand you're dealing with an individual that's very quiet, that's very introverted. That a lot of times you won't be able to tell unless you build a certain rapport, unless you get to sit down and earn the trust and build some type of strong relationship with the Scorpio. You won't really be able to really ever understand the individual man, the individual young lady or whatever for who they are. You, in order to get to the straight to the core of the matter and straight to the heart of Scorpio, you have to get through the trust. You gotta break through the apprehensive, nature of the Scorpio because he will come as mysterious, but it's for our own reasons, for our own protections, for us to figure out people and understand people to on a personal level, not just on what everybody else sees about an individual. We have to see it for our own self. We have to see it as an individual, in particular, when it comes to knowing the person. Hey, I tell you, thank you so much. Hey, Skyhook11. Is we have to get to know the person for ourselves. And one thing about us, we are introverted, we are quiet. But one thing about us, we are very direct. We're not quiet. We're not quiet to and introverted to the point of being quite shy. Sometimes we can, Scorpios, we can be quite shy in certain situations, but it's not the same shy you think of. It's the type of shy where we know when to speak and we know when to listen. We know when to move and when not to move. We know how to do certain things and when not to do certain things. It's almost a certain notion. It's almost a instinct. You know what I'm saying? It might be another word for it, but I'm just throwing these out right now. But it's a certain notion we get about situations, certain thing that we have about us is to get to the core of the situation, to get to the bottom of everything. That's why a lot of times they say, "Oh, Scorpio is very mysterious and very probing." They say we're very probing because we are we have a deep instinct about certain situations. We have a deep instinct about people, about situations, about what's going on around us. We have this particular personality about us where it's easy for us to get to the core of the matter, the core situation. We A lot of times people will look at us, just like I tell y'all, a lot of times people will look at us and be like, "Oh, Scorpio is this, Scorpio is that." Oh, it's take it for face value, but people don't understand. A lot of times with the Scorpio, we have a thing about being probing because we like to dig into the depths of the situation. We don't just want to see what everybody else see. We don't just want to know what everybody else know in particular. We want to see it for ourselves. We want to find out to the core of the situation. We want to see the bottom, the straight black and white. That's why a lot of times, people tell me, "Oh, you black and white. Scorpios are black and white." Is because we don't want to wear any rose-colored rhetoric to any particular situation, or pretend, or say, "Oh, that person told me this," or "I learned this in school," or "They taught me this in during my practice at college," or "During my internship, I learned this and this." So that's A, B, and C. That's all it is. A lot of times in this lifetime, people only take things for A, B, and C. Oh, I learned A, B, and C, so I'm gonna stick to A, B, and C. I'm not gonna look at the rest of the alphabet because all my life I've been programmed to be A, B, and C. I'm not gonna go outside the alphabet because I'm comfortable with this, because I like this, because I don't want to change, because I'm fixed on this. A lot of people say, "Oh, Scorpio is like that," but we're not in that type of situation where we're stubborn as far as trying to make a change, as far as trying to get people to understand us. But we are sentimental. We are fixed as far as being sentimental, as far as situations, as far as our life goes, as far as our past, as far as family situations, close friends, neighbor, childhood things, just things that we once did, places that we once went. We have a certain fixed mentality when it comes to sentimental situations, relationships. We're not fixed as far as not wanting to change, as far as our personalities, as far as growing, evolving. We're very evolving. We love moving to the next step. We are definitely a sign of progression, about seeing the next step, about going to the next step. We're not these type of individuals that's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm satisfied with this, so I'm gonna stick to that," because these people that I've been around all my life are doing this, and everybody around me is doing this, and this is the norm, and this would be comfortable for everybody around me, and it would be easy for me to blend in. Then I'm gonna do this because it's gonna be hard, or it's gonna be scary, or it's gonna be unknown for me to try to do something different, try to dare to be different, do something on my own. The Scorpio type of people, we not scared to dare to be different. We're gonna stand out, and we're gonna do it. We're not gonna try to breeze around or beat around the bush. We're gonna get to where we're trying to get to. We're not gonna sit there and try to whine. I be like, "Oh, I can't make it," or this and that, because certain individuals ain't gonna stick with us, or certain things don't happen in the plan. One thing you gotta understand, if you understand Scorpio, you gotta understand we're one of the most, and I think except for, I say, maybe a Gemini, we're probably one of the most improvising signs that you could think of. I say the only ones that are probably close to it is maybe Aquarius, maybe a Pisces, but a Pisces they have their own way of doing it, so it's a little bit different. But when it comes to Scorpio, we improvise very extremely well. We get to the core of the situation because we look outside of what's the norm. We don't think in the lines. Like I was telling my lady the other day, we're not the type to really scribble. We're not the Scorpio male is not gonna be the type that try to color in the lines. He's gonna be the type that scribbles outside the line. Not only scribble outside the line, he's gonna scribble the hell outside the line. He's gonna damn near rip a hole through the paper in order to get to where we have to get to. We don't sit and try to, oh, if I go through this way, if this don't work, I'm gonna just give up, or this don't happen, I'm gonna, if these people give up on me, I'm gonna just give up, or if this happen, I'm gonna just give up. Scorpio type of person that's gonna get to where they trying to get to no matter what, even after 1,000 people done gave up on them, after people done tried to sabotage them, people done tried to hate them, people throw different stuff at the Scorpio. We're gonna get to the core of the situation. We're gonna get to where we got to get to. We're gonna hit it with like a bullseye target, whether it's a female a relationship we're in. You got to understand, you dealing with the individual that's very driven, that's very, even if it ain't what you think it is, even if it's not what you seem, what it seems, what you think it is in your mind, or what it appears to be with your eyes. Don't think is that's concrete, because one day he might be sitting there. It look like he's sitting, just sitting, absorbing, just looking. But you don't realize this man could be reading 1,000 books. We're researching a billion things. We're planning different things. We're building. We're building our strength. We're building our physical strength. We're building our mental strength. We're building our spiritual strength. So people take us for face value. We're not those type of individuals. That's why people be like that Scorpio was wearing a t-shirt with holes in it the other day, but now he wearing a three-piece suit with some alligator shoes or something, whatever people like. We're not these individuals that you could take and say, oh, that's concrete, and give, and people can count us out and that's going to be it. No, we're not the type of individual that's going to be like, no, don't try to count me out. He's not going to sit there and try to, we're not the individuals that's going to sit there and try to blast and try to be conflict combative with people. The only type of people we get real combative with is the people that we really, really love, and it's only because we love them. It's not because we're trying to prove anything to them, or we don't believe in what we're saying or what we're doing. It's just because we love them, and they probably just making us mad. But when it comes to what we're trying to do, we already know what we're trying to do. We already have a strong idea of what we want to do, who we are, where we trying to go. You got to understand, when you're dealing with Scorpio, he's going to be an individual that's he's very in touch with himself. He's very confident with himself, not to a point of being um, arrogant or being ignorant or being blatantly just out of the box just to be seen. But we have a confidence where we know we can achieve what we want to achieve. We have the confidence where we can push and motivate others around us, and get to where we're trying to get to, even if it's nothing left the push for, even if it's nothing left to give out in our energy, even if it's two red cents in our pocket. Our steel toe boots might be busted open. Our vest might be torn up. Our jeans might be holy and ripped up and mess. But at the same time, that Scorpio is still gonna be having. He gonna still have that same passion, the same look of passion, the same look of strength. He's still gonna have that. You got to understand, Scorpio. We're gonna get to the destination that we have to get to. We're gonna get to exactly where we're trying to get to. I could change the. Let me see what's going on in here with y'all. Uh, hey Sky 11 Hook, what's going on? Hey Nina Moore. Matter of fact, let me put y'all. Make sure y'all like as y'all enter the chat room. Also, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm gonna put my links in here. But yeah, a Scorpio, we're an individual that's gonna get to the core of the matter. We're not the type of individual that's gonna he's not the individual that's going to be like a scatterbrain, in certain signs. I'm not going to say which signs, y'all can read between the lines, but it's certain signs that's more scatterbrain, that's like uh if one person come along and say something, they just, it just throws them off, or it hurts their feelings so much that they can't really focus on what they're doing, or they become so discombobulated by things not going a certain way, or things not being a certain way, that they get lose focus of what they're trying to get to. They lose focus on who they are, what they are, and lose confidence and lose focus. We're not those individuals, whether it's a whether it's the smallest of the smallest or the highest of the highest heights, the Scorpio is still gonna be the same strength, the same strength, um, the same strength, the same armor, the same stance, the same courage, the same muscle is still gonna be there. We're not gonna hold any weaker of a stance because I'm hanging around a bunch of powerful people. I'm not gonna be hanging wearing a weaker stance because I'm hanging around a bunch of men that's twice my size or height. I'm not gonna be playing wearing a different mask because I'm around this individual around a bunch of tight shirts. You know what I'm saying? That keep a silver spoon in their ass. I'm not gonna act different. I'm gonna be 100% who I am, and that's how it's gonna be. I don't give a damn how how you picture it. That's your picture. You keep coloring your picture, scribble in your picture, throw your picture away, ball it up in your pocket, put it on a bird. It don't matter. That's your picture. That's how you see it. That don't got nothing to do with how I see it. Whether you see it, you could talk about it till you blue in the face. You could discredit anything we do. You could talk about us. You could throw fire, coal, spit, and mud. That Scorpio is gonna stay in the same place. He's gonna keep the same stance. There's nothing gonna change. I'm not. We're not the type of individual that's gonna rearrange our personality. I rearrange our stance. I rearrange who we are in the spiritual matter, mental matter, whatever. That's who we are. That's who we stand. That's who we are to the core, up and down. You know, what the old school dude told me. He said, what he say? What he say from he said, I don't give a damn if the Mayflower. He said, I don't give a damn if that Mayflower ever get back on land. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we're not those type of individuals. We're not waiting for this big parade, this big welcome party for us. We know how people view us. We know how people look at us. We know how what type of impression we leave on people. We're not these type of people that's delusional. That has this ludicrous, unrealistic view of ourselves. We know exactly how we stand. We know exactly what type of impression we leave on people. We know exactly where we stand. And a lot of people do. It's not just more of a Scorpio thing. A lot of people do that, but we're the type of individual that will take a more deeper stance on it. A lot of people will come up to you when they'll say stuff to you, knowing that what the reaction is going to be. They'll do certain things to you, knowing what the reaction, what the outcome of it is going to be. But at the same time, they'll wear this face of confusion, or wear this face of not knowing, being. We're not those type of individuals. We know what type of cause and effect that we leave on people as far as our personality, as far as who we are, as far as how we stand on things. I know I'm doing this I'm so sorry I'm doing this at an unorthodox time, people. I know a lot of y'all is doing y'all thing. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, let me put my links in. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, but we're the type of people just like me, like when I first started, playing little league, ball or whatever. I was, you know, I was like this big, and I was like a little tree stump. I was short, I was stubby, I was chubby. You know what I'm saying? What they say? I'm straight off. I was straight off of grandma couch. I was a little kid straight off of grandma couch. You know what I'm saying? So I was nothing like I was now, but you know how most kids, and I got I got my high parts kicked around on the field. I was 10, 11 years old. I wasn't. I was still like a deer trying to walk on his hind legs. But most kids would have took that, would have been crying, would have been going home, would have been like, oh man, it's all over. You know what I'm saying? After this year, I'm not playing no more. I give up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not built for this. My figure is not built for this. But Scorpio, we're not the type to see it that way. If we feel like something's knocking us against the wind, and we smacking the ground like a hard piece of pavement, it's like we keep going. It's like we don't. It ain't that ain't the end. Who the hell said it's the finish line over here? Who says the end? Just because you say it's the end, don't mean it's the end. You know what I'm saying? You're not the author of anybody's story, neither am I. So who are you to tell somebody what's the end, what's the beginning, what's finished, and what's started? You know what I'm saying? That's not your call. That's only the call of the Most High. That's not a human. That's not a physical call anybody can make. And Scorpios, we know that. We know even if we be ripped in half, limbs missing, arms missing, as long as we have a mouth, as long as we have a soul, a spirit, a body to move, to promote, to build, to destroy, to be strong, to be weak, to whatever. You gonna get up, you're gonna fall down. But Scorpios know that all around is not the end, it's not finished yet. Let me go ahead. I keep continuing to do this. I just want to keep it going with y'all. I told you I got a lot of stuff to bring to y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all answer. Y'all make sure y'all like. I don't tell y'all just to be liking, just to see my face, cause of no ego or nothing like that. I tell y'all to like the video because when you like the video, it helps bring people to the video. It helps get the notifications out there. And I know a lot of y'all, not really familiar all the way with certain things with this, but y'all must hit the notification bell if you want to receive any to let y'all know my videos are dropping. Y'all got to hit that notification bell and that subscription button. You got to hit that in order to get that. Let me see. I'm gonna read y'all questions. I'm just putting these links in. Y'all give me a second. Thank you, Nina. I appreciate it. That's my Gmail, and I'm gonna also put my link in if you want to show me some love, and I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. And even if you didn't, thank you so much anyway. And I ain't got to the nitty gritty yet. Even if y'all enjoy it so far, I haven't got to the nitty gritty yet. So y'all just hold on. Haven't got to the good part yet. I'm just sprinkling y'all a little bit like E40. Let me see. I think E40 is Scorpio too. I might be wrong, but I think he is. And that's another thing I gotta tell y'all. A lot of y'all don't understand about just like how E40 was um, friends with Tupac. Him and Tupac were best friends. That Gemini Scorpio relationship. That's why a lot of people don't understand about us. Gemini and the Scorpio, we do have a real enormous bond. We understand each other deeper than most people get. It's almost like a unspoken relationship, a unspoken respect for each other. It's like we get each other. It's like we don't really have to explain. We the only few that get each other. Gemini's but they have a weird way of showing it. They just it's I gotta do a video on it. It's crazy. They love messing with us too. Don't let me tell y'all about that too. They love messing with us. They love because they have so many different dynamics just like us. They love, and they know that we have different layers to us. They love popping up on us and surprising us and doing some wild stuff. But yeah, it's a whole lot of aspects to us that you gotta look at. Let me see. Make sure I ain't miss nobody. Y'all make sure y'all like the video as y'all enter. That's my link. If you want to show some love, I appreciate it. Yeah, but hey Jennifer Brothen, Brothen. I'm sorry if I enunciated. Hey Veronica, the Aries. Just make sure I speak to everybody because I know it's still early. It's lunch break. Everybody trying to put a sandwich down their mouth. That they'll worry about God body later on. But one thing about Scorpio is that a lot of people don't understand is that we don't react, but a lot of times we have a premonition of people. And I know a lot of people like, what are you talking about, God body? A premonition of people. I don't know if I might be saying it right, but we have an instinct for people. We have almost a psychology for people. It's like we already know what they're doing 8 steps, 50 steps ahead before they even do it because You got to understand when you talking about a Scorpio man, we understand. We don't just look at you as like, oh, you chocolate, you talk a lot, you smile a lot, you hang around a couple of my kinfolk, and you cool. uh I see you driving the Bentley down the street. No, I don't look at you like that. I look at every fiber of you. I look at your personality. I look at how much courage you got. I look at how weak you are. I look at how strong you are. I look at how conniving you are. I look at how petty you are. I look at how jealous you are. I look at how courageous you are. I look at how strong you are. I look at how real you are. I look at how shallow you are. I look at how thin your patience is. I look at how thick your patience is. I look at everything, every single freaking aspect about a person that you could ever look at, even the ones that don't think they really get looked at by people. I look at every last single aspect of a person, even the ones that never even comment on my thing. I probably know more about you than you probably know about yourself. I'm not trying to be creepy or nothing, but one thing about scope, we don't. It ain't no sneak. It ain't no surprise. We will probably surprise you way before you surprise us. We already have a notion. We don't react. The thing that's different about the Scorpios and most people is that we don't react on our notions. A lot of people, they'll a lot of people don't even know half of the stuff that's going on around them, and they'll jump and be like, "Oh, yeah, blah 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 blah," and a lot of times they be wrong. A lot of times it's right in our face, bold and bold letters, smacking us around, shaking us, choking us, putting us damn near in the headlock. But we still won't budge. We'll just sit there and look at. We'll just sit there because we're not the type of individuals that's gonna pull your BS out like a rabbit in the hat. We'll let you pull your own BS out. We don't add words to you. We don't discriminate. We don't persecute people unnecessarily. Any title that you have is gonna be a title that you deserve. It's gonna be a title that you've written for yourself. A Scorpio is not gonna be a type of individual that's gonna be like, oh, 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 you doing this? Why you keep doing this? I'll go to cousin Jill and be like, do you know Mike? Do you know cousin Mike did this? Do you know cousin Jeff did that and said this about me? I know he doing that, and not even knowing the situation. We'll sit there and let a lot of situations occur. We'll let a lot of situations occur where we'll sit and absorb. We'll sit and observe. We already know what your premonition. You can have the best act. You could be an Academy Award winner as a profession. You could be Academy Award winning actor, and we can see through you. We just have that strong premonition, especially with people, because we don't misjudge people. We take time to. That's the difference. That's why I tell y'all, it takes it's an enormous difference between being acquainted to somebody and having a deep unconditional bond with somebody and having a deep understanding of a person. Even if you don't necessarily hang out together, it don't mean you don't have a deep understanding of them. That's why a lot of people don't understand how can a person that you know for 2 years can know you more than a person that known you for 50 years, because certain people, a person could be around you for 50 years and not give a damn about you, and not take the time to even know you, not to take the time to even look at you as an individual. Scorpio, we're gonna look at you to every aspect of you, just like the title. We're gonna look at you straight to the core. We're gonna look at every fiber of you, and that's how we look at our partners. A lot of times, we don't look at you like, just like I tell y'all, we don't look at you for shallow characteristics. Oh, she got hips. Oh, she got nice breasts, and oh, she got a pretty face, and she got a nice figure. She's stacked and all that. But because at the same time, she could have that. She can be stacked like a plate of flapjacks, and get on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? And give me a migraine. What the hell would it matter? All the after the sugar, sugar turns to shit real fast. If you just looking for a piece of ass, you know what I'm saying? I won't even try to rhyme, but that's just I'm sorry, that's just me. I'm unorthodox. I'm a weirdo. I know. That's the Scorpio. That's one thing you got to understand about Scorpio. We have our weird quirks about us. We have strange things about us, but it's extremely unique, and we're not scared to show it. We're not scared to embrace it. A lot of people are scared to embrace their weirdness and scared to embrace their intelligence and scared to show people how bright they is, and scared to show people how much layers, just like my my boy the Jedi says, like, you got to have layers to yourself. You got to be an individual of many different colors. You can't just be one dimensional and think you're gonna be any type of leader or be any type of person that leads the future. You got to be you got to be a weirdo. You got to be the strange guy, because a lot of people that were looked at as weirdos, that was laughed at, that was judged, that was persecuted. They are the ones that trailblazed the future. They are the ones that make what's next. That's creating the future of your world that you will live in. They're creating the products that you're gonna be using. We make the music that you're gonna be listening to. You know what I'm saying? We draw the picture. You know what I'm saying? And just like I told y'all, what somebody told me, uh, I don't know if I'm quoting it right, but they say normality doesn't create legends. Normality doesn't create trailblazers. Normality doesn't create leaders. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a weirdo. You got to be out the box. The only people that change the world are people that dare to change, to make changes. Only the people that dare to be different. The only people that dare to be weirdos, even when it's not popular. I like you know how these kids wearing ripped jeans, and I was doing that when it was unpopular, when people when cats was out here wearing fades. I was wearing my hair all nappy, wearing my hair all long, had my jeans all crazy. Even my mom's, all them looking at me like I was crazy. I was dressing like that in the early 2000s, in the late 90s. I was dressing like that when people wasn't it wasn't even popular. Now it's popular to be rugged, it's popular to be raw, it's popular to be a hard ass. I was being a hard ass when it wasn't popular, when it was all about being pretty boys. I was still doing that. I was still rocking my Timbs with the tongue hanging out. I was already raw. That's just who I was, even as a little child. I'm not looking to follow the pack. When you talk about Scorpio, you got to understand, we're not looking to follow the pack. We're looking to live in our own destiny, live in our own shoes. Because if I follow the pack, then I can't be mad at anybody or myself where I end up. You know what I'm saying? That's how Scorpio will look. We're not the type that's gonna that's gonna be happy trying to blend in. We're not those type of individuals. You couldn't pay us to blend in. You know what I'm saying? Even if a Scorpio try to blend in, you're not gonna. It's gonna show. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. It's like once you out of that box, once you out of the box of normality, once you out of the box of being mediocre, of being normal, of being regular, of being. It's just not. If it's either you going to be like that or you not going to be like that. It's nothing that you can do about it. It's nothing that you can be like, oh, I'm gonna try to blend in. I'm gonna just pretend to be, oh, so intelligent. I'm gonna pretend. It's crazy. That's how a lot of people is. You know, they tone themselves up for certain situations. And Scorpio, we're not like that. We're like a raw guitar. It's like we're like a raw acoustic guitar that hasn't been stringed up, that hasn't been tightened, that hasn't been toned. We just it's just like it's just raw. Is what you get. We don't. Some people some people try to fit in so many different aspects where they don't belong, and it is crazy, and they only hurting themselves. They killing their own spirit. They letting people tear their confidence up because they putting all this stuff into other people. And when it talks about Scorpio, we're not those type of individuals. It's like some people say, "Oh, I'm gonna be smart," but around these people, I'm gonna be only so smart. Or I'm gonna be stand up and be brass around these people, but around here, I'm gonna be soft. I'm gonna be real quiet. I'm gonna stand up to these group of people, but when I get around these people, I'm gonna let them kick my ass and keep their foot in my ass and keep their knee on the back of my neck. Or, oh, I'm gonna hang with these people and treat them nice and put them on a high pedestal and kiss their ass. But when I get around these people, I'm gonna treat them like shit and make them and spit on everything they do. No, we're not those individuals whatsoever. Hell no. And when you come to us, what you see is what you get. How you deal with us is how you deal with us. The person that you want to get is the person that you're gonna receive. We are we have equal opportunity when it comes to ass whippers, or when it comes to dealing with people that we love, when it comes to putting you on a pedestal. you know whether you have 2 cents or whether you have $1 billion, we'll put you in a category where you deserve. There's nothing that's going to be given to you by Scorpio just because it's hereditary or because you feel that you're entitled. We're not those type of individuals. It, even you could be around us for 50 years, but it don't. What the hell does that matter? Some people be like, I've been around them. I know them for 15 years, and I can't believe it. Like, why? Because you know them for 20 years. You didn't believe that. You didn't see that coming. You know what I'm saying? You didn't think that could happen. Like, nah, that it don't happen like that. You gotta understand. Most of the time, people, just like I told you, people that been around you for that long, a lot of times they take you. They don't see you for as everybody else sees. Especially people that never really been around you. People that gets to know you, and you go to other places. It's like you get received by them because they don't get too familiar. They don't take it for they don't take it for granted. They see you for who you are. They look at you for who you are, and with no bias opinions, with none of that. That's why a lot of times with Scorpio individuals, we'll go way far away from where we grew up, where we came from, where we started off at, because we know we're gonna always be looked at biasly. We're gonna always be looked at with some type of overcritical look, with some type of, and y'all know better than me. A lot of y'all know that if you stay in the places where you grew up at, you have to deal with jealousy. You have to deal with the crab in the barrel mentality. You got to deal with people that don't even want to deal with. And that's one thing about Scorpio is that we keep everything to a certain degree. Even if we talk, just like I talk to y'all and I give y'all all this stuff, it's just like it's not even a chip off the iceberg. It be so many videos and so much stuff I want to cover and give to y'all. Y'all probably think I lost my mind. I got so much stuff written down. You would think I have dictionaries, that you be thinking that somebody else wrote this stuff. This is just stuff straight from me. I just sit and just write. I just sit and write. I could be riding somewhere, write, traveling somewhere, just write. I can't stop. It's a natural. It's Let me see. And that's why a lot of people don't understand Scorpio. They think, oh, he's like this, and I see him like this and this. So I'm gonna take that for who he is. And a lot of times they don't even really take the opportunity to get to know him from inside out. You got to take the time to know people, because just like anything, people have layers. You can't just be like, oh, I like him he for this, but I don't like for that. You got to take people for everything about them. And that's one thing about Scorpio. We take time and we look at a person. We might push their buttons and everything, but you got to know that it's all love. It's never out of trying to make nobody mad or nothing like that. And we don't do anything like people would say, oh, Scorpio got these tests, they do things to test. It's not even that. It's like we show you who we are. We don't hold nothing back. We don't try to wear it. Just like I tell y'all, we don't try to masquerade and mask in order to fool anybody or order to pull a fast one on somebody. No, we're not those type of individuals. Like, we show you the raw us. A lot of people, just like I tell y'all, like in the first 2 years, they won't even show you who they really are when you dating them. They won't, maybe even the first 3 years. But on the first date, we gonna show you who we are. On the first 2 nights, we gonna show you how raw we are. We're gonna show you how outspoken we are. We're not the type of individuals that wear masks. If anything, we'll be quiet. If we do come off quiet, it's gonna be because we don't know you. Uh, we have to build with you, and we have to learn from you. We have to soak in your energy. We got to feel you out. It's not the type that we're gonna jump in to the pool, because the pool might be cold. The pool might be filled with poison. The pool might be boiling hot. The water, the water might not even be water. It might be something poisonous and that look like water, but you don't know. The water might have a damn current in it that can suck you in and crack your ribs in half. You know what I'm saying? You can't just jump into that water. You got to know what you're doing. You got to take time to study and have some type of sense. And that's how we look at relationships. That's how we look at people. We use our instincts. We take our time. We absorb the energy. We look at people deeply. Let me see. I'm gonna put my link in. These are just my links I'm putting in for y'all. Y'all want to reach out to me? Oh, I forgot to put it. Let me put it one more time. I kind of messed up on that one. Apologize. I'm gonna erase that. Yeah, Gmail. And I'm put my link in if y'all want to show me some love. Make sure y'all like, cause I see y'all, a lot of y'all coming in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all enter. Just like I told y'all, like, and I'm gonna break it down because it's definitely a reason why I'm bringing this up. Because it's definitely a reason why I'm bringing this up because I've been sitting around noticing like just going on with my everyday life, like a lot of people that I deal with, it's like they really a lot of people that be around you just because they be around you all your life, are they? It's like they really don't understand you. People can really be around you for a long period of time and never have no idea who you are. I know they have no idea of your strengths. They have no idea of your intelligence. They have no idea of your characteristics, and it's crazy. It's baffling, but that's the reality of life. A lot of people be like, "Oh, just because we've been around each other forever, that don't matter." You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. People that only been around you for 2 days can tell you something about yourself that people around you that's been around you forever never told you. You know what I'm saying? I realize like a lot of people they really think we a lot of times because we're so quiet, we're so introverted. Like a lot of people take us for being completely delusional. They take us for being uh almost like some type of lifeless mind because we come off as being silent, almost as though we're non-existent as far as not being there, but as far as being human. It's almost like we put, just like I told y'all, it's like when you're dealing with Scorpio, it's like we get put in a point of being put in almost like animalistic. Like people don't even look at us as like people. I treat us as people. It's like we get the worst of everything, and it's like a lot of people really will sit there and they'll try every fiber of us in order to get the worst reactions. Like a lot of people think we really don't understand, or we really don't see what's going on around us, or we really a certain way. It's just I'm trying to put it in the right words. It's like people will stomp on our toes. It's like until you say ouch, people don't think that that you're being that that you're in pain. It's like people think that we're crazy because we don't react or say something to them at that second. It's like people think they would take it for that. They would take that for being the gospel. They'll be like, oh, since he didn't say nothing about me being an asshole the last 3 times I seen him, I'm gonna continue to be a belligerent, ignorant fool every time I come around him. I'm gonna continue to try to stomp on his nuts and put him in a jar every time I come around him. I'm gonna continue to try to bust balls every time I come around him because he don't say nothing to me. He don't approach me. He doesn't put me on blast. He doesn't cuss me out. He doesn't raise hell and get all out of control. Even though I'm doing every last single thing in my fiber to bring these type of characteristics, to bring these current of events that's happening. And a lot of people, and that's the thing where I tell y'all the element of surprise with the Scorpio. People take it, or they be like, oh, a lot of Scorpio they sting you for no reason, or he was so nice at first and then he started doing this and I didn't even do nothing to him. No, you didn't. You weren't. You're not the type of individual that take accountability. You're not the type of person that ever had people to put you on blast for your bad behavior. A lot of people behavior is terrible, but a lot of people they have this group about them like yes man, just like in when you doing anything popular or whatever, it's just like they're delusional. They don't know what's going on around them. But Scorpios, we're not those type of individuals because we roll by ourselves, because we don't look for any type of amen corner. We see who we are. We know exactly how we come. We know our strengths. We know our weaknesses. So it's like when a person try to get some type of reaction out of us, or try to embarrass us, or put us on the spot, it don't really have it don't have no effect on us because we already know how we come. It's like, oh, it's just like a guppy, beating on a shark. It's like, yeah, and the shark not really doing nothing at that second. It's like, come on, like I could eat you up without even thinking about it. I can eat you up with my eyes closed. It's like you when you have that strength and and you know you had that dangerousness about yourself. You don't really have to put it on a t-shirt. I don't have to. A Scorpio is not gonna be the type that be like, oh, I'm doing this. Some guys be like, oh, I'm a gorilla. Oh, I'm a Tarzan. And just start doing all this goofball weirdo ass shit that prove how tough they is. We're not those type of individuals. We know that it is what it is. We are who we are. People that have a certain presence about these stuff, they don't have to pretend. They don't have to display it. I see a couple of y'all coming in, coming out, but thank you for the ones that's showing love, that's trying to stay in here. Hey, naturally me. Hey, Annette Gibson. Hey, Nina. Let me see what Jada talking about. What you talking about, Jada? Uh, I dreamed about him last night, and he was crying and saying he missed me. Yeah, because a lot of people don't understand is we do have a very harsh out exterior. Just like I always tell y'all, we have extremely harsh out exterior, but we're very sentimental. We do have a. That's where I think a lot of times people get the mix or the fixed sign thing confused with us. We're very fixed, but it's not on what you think it is. We're very fixed as far as being sentimental, as far as sticking with a person long term, as far as just being there with a person for a long period of time. Is like we do have this deep fixed things, like we don't change on people. Our personality is not gonna switch. The way we came in is the way we gonna come out. And that's if he came in being strong, he's gonna come out being strong in whatever relationship or whatever neighborhood he was raised in, whatever dynamic hellhole that he's in. The same way that Scorpio came in, the way that Scorpio came out. Though if anything does change about that individual Scorpio, it's gonna be his toughness and how hard he is. Even if he comes out being harsh and mean, whatever people want to call him, he's not gonna be weak whatsoever. We don't go backwards. We move forwards. Even if it's not what people think it should be, we move at our own pace. That's why a lot of people don't realize. They like, oh, this person told me this, and I feel so left out. I feel so way back because of these people are over here, and I'm sitting over here, and because this person told me this, and I want to be over there, and I'm feeling this because every time I try to do something, I felt good, but when I went to this person, they made me feel bad, and they brought me down. That's because you're determining your journey and your destiny on somebody's else opinion. You're determining your own self-worth on somebody's words. You're determining your own spiritual destiny on, as far as somebody criticism. And if you, if you do that, because I'm getting a little pissed as I'm saying this, if you doing that and letting people put you down and let people criticisms, people hold their opinions and let that be concrete for you, then you will always be in a point of defeat. You will always be the victim. You will always be the sheeple. As my friend Malcolm always say, you can always be a sheep. You can always be a lamb ready to be slaughtered in the bay because you put yourself in those situations. You put yourself and surround yourself around fake, demonic people with low frequencies and horrible energy. But if you hold yourself around people with strong energy, people that love you, people with high vibrations, that's what you're going to receive. Don't think you can receive any good energy or any vibrations from people that don't have any good energy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be looking for people with low energy, with low vibrations, that have some type of sudden change of heart. If they didn't push you, if they weren't trying to push you and motivate you 20 years, 10 years ago, what makes you think they're gonna try to push you and motivate you and be there for you because you're doing better, because your life is changing for the better, because everything is becoming more open for you. Things and more fields are opening for you, and more blessings are coming for you. What makes you think they're gonna throw any parade for you? And just like I told y'all, it's crazy just me being the type of person that really looks at people and things very deeply. It's like Scorpio. One thing, another reason we don't really like rocking with people, because a lot of times when we try to celebrate, it's like it's all bad for everybody. It's like we can't never have any type of happy days. It's like we can't never enjoy and have a good hooray, laugh, have a good talk, have anything. If this like if I try to have a conversation, a one-on-one conversation with somebody, I got eight weirdos being nosy. If I'm trying to build something with somebody, I got somebody trying to tear it down. You know what I'm saying? It's always a yin and a yang. It's always that opposite, and that's one thing that makes us Scorpio so competitive, because we already know for every good deed we do, it's another 50 haters waiting in line in order to knock it down. So we already have our guards up. As soon as we do something, we already like what who like who what like get down. Like Richard Pryor said, get down. You know what I'm saying? It's like we ready to knock them out the box. We don't. We're not the type of person that's going to be sitting comfortably, even at a point where we should be comfortable, where we are in a place of a safe haven, where we are in a place of deep confidence or whatever. We're never going to be comfortable. Don't mistaken confidence for comfort. Don't people take us for being too comfortable. We don't get too comfortable even in the most wonderful situations, because even if you're in a wonderful situation, you can be attacked at so many different angles. If you sitting and being too comfortable, you almost like a sitting duck, sitting in the middle of the street. Yeah, he comfortable and he arrogant about it, but he, you know, being too comfortable is not good, especially when you're in relationships, especially for a Scorpio man, because we always being tried by so many different people. Oh, let me see, Jada, yesterday was his birthday, and my Scorpio didn't say happy birthday, knowing it was my birthday. Oh yeah. One thing about us, we're not gonna be that type. We're not gonna be traditional. He's not gonna be traditionally nice. He's not gonna be like the people like be like, oh, everybody's doing this, so he's gonna do it just because everybody. You got to understand, because everybody else is doing it, he's not gonna do it. He might be the type that come with you, and even after you done powdered, cussed him out, whatever, he'll come out with a bottle and take you out somewhere, and you'd be like, what are we going? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Because we do stuff on our own terms, and we're not gonna do it because that's what you want it to happen. That's the way you want it to happen, because that's the way you feel you comfortable, and that's the way you think it should be. No, that's not what. If that's not where his heart is, and that's not where he's trying to go, he's not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fit into somebody else's comfort, somebody else's shoes is not gonna work for you. And that's how we are. Mr. New York Prepper, can you talk about the intuition Scorpios? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit more. I'm gonna go into that for my boy New York Prepper. Can you explain that intuition is like? Is that just because you guys are very detail oriented, or is it a sixth sense? Nah, it's because we almost. I told you we study people in a deep, extremely deep way, and we look at people. It's just like I'm gonna tell y'all, just like my cousin. I've been knowing him all my life, but he always showed signs of not no real loud signs, but when you have I can feel it. It's an energy. It's a vibration. It's the way they respond. It's the way a person speaks to you. It's a tone of a person's voice. It's the way they look at you. It's the way they respond to you. You can walk past them and feel bad energy. Is he could smile at me 24/7, but I could feel a tone of bad energy. I could just feel the hate boiling underneath. It's almost like a fog. It's just like a damn fog in the cemetery. It was so damn dark, but I could scream it out loud to everybody with nobody ever see it. And I knew this and I understood that, but I needed to know it for myself. And I already knew he was going to be one of those individuals that he already hated me and despise me, but he just needed a situation. He needed a scenario, an excuse to show his hatred, to broadcast his hatred on a broad scale, so he can get other people to join in his hatred. He didn't want to. He didn't want to be alone. He didn't just want to hate me and just be disgruntled with me. He wanted to have a whole hate mob against me, and you would never have known that the way he came around, the way he was all dapping hands, half five. Oh, hey, what up? You know, you would think he would most there. And the crazy thing is, I sat with this dude. This dude was having, and I can be raw because I can do that. This my channel. I can do that. I'm gonna be raw. If he want to see me, he can see me. But this dude was on his last deathbed. He was having seizures on his deathbed. I was praying for this dude to pull through. I was crying on his deathbed. And you know what this fool did? He got in one situation where I told him, I said, bro, why you doing me like that? I like, man, you always, y'all, I'm always showing y'all love that y'all don't even deserve, man. And that's messed up. And he was like, you better, he said, you better keep it. And I was like, no, I ain't gonna do nothing. He's like, I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna argue with you. I get into it with you, nothing like that. He's like, oh, you better keep it like that. Almost as though he was saying he was gonna threaten me or do something to me. And he's like one of these ignorant gorillas that show a bunch of guns on Facebook. Real idiot, real blockhead. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know these people. Y'all see him every day, trying to be an extra tough guy, really knowing he's a timid mouse inside, but he got to show everybody how tough he is. I'm a big old tough guy with a big old gun. You know what I'm saying? Knowing if somebody sneaks up on him, they will blow his limbs off. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. It was just baffling to me. But that's how people are. They'll wait for a situation in order to flip on you, in order to hate you, in order to bring you down. And that's one reason Scorpios, we have an intuition. We feel people out. We look at people. They be like, y'all have such piercing eyes because we have a very piercing soul. We have a very deep soul. We have a very soul full of pain, but a soul full of passion also. Don't get it misconfused as though we some people that's gonna dwell in the depths of darkness. And no, we rise. I gotta do a video about that, rising from the ashes. That's gonna be a real good one. I'm gonna talk about the Scorpio becoming a phoenix and the stages that happen before, so you can know if you at that level, or if you with somebody that's at that level, and you can understand where I'm coming from. So, ooh, I had everything done today. I was able to keep everything, you know, at a certain pace today. I appreciate all the love. Match my match. Oh, okay. Hey, Jean E. Carla Kemp. Thank you, Carla. Uh, Common Water 81. And before I wrap this up, you know, I'll let y'all know that when you if you type of individual that wants to get to know the Scorpio into the deepest level and have the best relationship with them, just be real, be raw, even when even if you think it's gonna be silly, or it's gonna be kind of embarrassing for you, and you don't want to really put yourself out there. That's the thing. You got to be that person. You got to be that. Some of y'all a little bit older. You got to be like 1989 with your Scorpio. You got to be 1988 with your Scorpio, as far as your mentality. Like, he the type of individual that's not gonna really be on his phone that much. He's not gonna really watch TV like that. He's not gonna he's gonna be outside every day. He's gonna be moving around all the time. We live in almost a different time zone as far as our personality. So you got to think in terms of the past is how you deal with him, because we are old souls, we are old spirits. We're not. We age in dog years. You can look at a 15-year-old Scorpio and he acts like a 40-year-old man, because we have a certain distinct nature about us. We have a old wisdom about us because of the experiences we went through. You know how some people go through things and they don't really learn from it, or they don't really see the situation. We're not those type of individuals. We learn, not only learn from it, we study it and we let it sink in, and we take it with us. That's why a lot of people say, "Oh, my Scorpio, how come he know all this stuff?" And I could bring him around my grandparents or anything. He can, and no matter who I could bring my Scorpio around, he could just blend in or just get along with them. It's because if we have multiple layers, because we multiple, we have multiple layers with us. We not one dimensional. We're multi-dimensional, and you got to understand whether it's with your kids, or with kids, or with your nieces and nephews, whatever. Like a Scorpio, we know how to deal with all types of people from all aspects. Let me see. This just my link if y'all want to show me some love. But I got so much more coming for y'all. Thank y'all so much for showing me some love. Thank y'all so much for um, coming through. If y'all want to hit me up and talk to me about the about a situation, I need some advice. Y'all hit me up on the email. Make sure you donate and stuff. Hit me up on the email. Hit me on my Gmail, my Yahoo account. Oh man, it's like every time when you get fired up, start getting. Plus, I be doing a lot of extreme fasting, so y'all know how y'all fast so much you start burping. You think you eat when you eat a lot, you start burping. No, and when you fast a lot, you burp a lot too. Let me see. Yeah, I have to put myself out there, and this boy won't say nothing. Yeah, because if you try to be coy with him and try to be that suave female, try to be all cute and all that, that's cool and everything, but you're not gonna get the best results out of your relationship with Scorpio. You got to be raw, you got to be real, you got to be just like I told y'all, 'cause I know some of y'all just coming in, you got to be 1986 with them. You can't be 2019 with the Scorpio and think your relationship gonna last long. You can't be having Instagram conversations and fucking Snapchat conversations and think it's gonna go in some type of far direction. Nah, you got to deal with him in more old school terms. You got to you got to take him on that walk to the state fair. Like he the type of individual that'll take you to the state fair and win you that teddy bear. Like we're very old fashioned. We're very old school. We're very hands-on individuals. Don't think you're gonna just be able to have your relationship from the couch in front of a TV and that's just gonna be it. Nah, you're gonna go through some ups and downs. You're gonna work, sweetheart. You're gonna sweat. You're gonna jump. You're gonna fall out. You're gonna get back up. You're gonna fall out again. Then you're gonna get back up. Then you might fall out again, you know. But that's a real relationship. That's real life. It's not gonna be this animated television show or some predestined notion that you have all figured out like some daily planner. He's not that type of individual. You can't plan a relationship with Scorpio. You can't calculate a Scorpio. You better deal with him for real. I don't deal with him at all. You better deal with him seriously and unconditionally. I leave him alone because you're just gonna hurt yourself at the end of the day, and it's because it's gonna bring out the worst reaction. It's gonna bring out the worst results. I'm gonna put my link in one more time before I get up out of here. I love y'all very much. Y'all keep me always making something. Y'all always keep me making something. And I appreciate that because it keeps me moving. It keeps me thinking. It keeps me stimulated, and I appreciate that. I appreciate because I feel like if I help one person or if anybody learn one thing, if I move any person to want to do better or whatever it is, I don't know. I feel like I did something. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was something was worth it. Life was worth it. But if I feel like I helped somebody, somebody learned something from out of my life. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it was all worth it. So I love y'all very much. Y'all make sure y'all show me some love. Hit me up on the email, on my Yahoo. All the stuff is in the chat. I love y'all so much. Thank you, Taya. Thank you, Carla, Kip. Thank you, Celine. Uh, thank you, Sky 11 Hook. It's Pride. Hey, it's Pride. Um, Brittany John. I see Brittany John in house. Um, thank you, Nina. I don't if I said Nina already. Annette Gibson. Uh, Gene E. Thank you, Gene E. Met a Scorpio. Man, he's amazing. So reach out to God. But yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm going. I'm going. I'm gonna scan through some of y'all questions right quick. I'm an Aries woman, and although I don't follow horoscopes at all, I've found this to be insightful. Absolutely, absolutely. Because a lot of people, just like old boy said, a lot of people try to box everything in. Scorpio, we know that life is multidimensional. You can't box in stuff. You can't box in knowledge. You can't box in the spiritual. You know, you can't box in the Most High. He's multi-dimensional. You know, you can't. People want to box in everything, whatever's unknown, whatever's peculiar, whatever's different. People want to shun it out. But when it comes to Scorpio, we don't give a damn how it's viewed. If it's something that we know that's beneficial, that's a necessity, we could definitely gonna take it with us. It's not a question. Love the old school. Yeah, definitely. We are very old school. We are the type to sit and uh, watch Cooley High, sit on the couch and eat pizza and watch Cooley High or something. You know, very, very old fashioned. We the type like Scorpio. We'll be the type to bring out our old cassette tapes and and play and bring the boom box on the porch and what I'm saying, and listen to it, have a couple of drinks or something and just chill. Like we're very simplistic in our approach, but it's very direct. It's very personal. Cause y'all having some. Hey, Mariah Johnson, Seattle crazy. Just making sure. But I love y'all. Please make sure y'all support. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all show. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all share the video. But most of all, make sure you write. Make sure you comment. I love all of y'all. Thank you so much. I got a lot of stuff coming up for y'all. Just trying to get everything lined up. Please make sure you show that love. I know some of y'all said y'all was gonna show some love when y'all had a chance at the end of the week. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I want y'all to, stay safe out here, stay positive, stay productive. I love y'all. Make sure y'all show that love, hit that like button. I appreciate it. Big kiss, big kiss. Thank you, Taya, all my moderators. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for coming through, showing love. All my bros that slap slap, half five, NY proper. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And y'all just be safe. And I will be back soon. Y'all be expecting me tomorrow. And I love y'all. Peace.